was in videos basically stating that they have 10 100-round choppers, talking about weapons, talking about messing with them, you're going to die. They have I actually enjoyed this one. It was a video released on or about 12/18/20 where they said, just screw it, take it to trial. I believe they even have a choice word in that one for the judge.
Hustled down to the courthouse, got there in time. I shot the hearing on my iPhone. It is a major, major development in a major case.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
That Sergio Kitchens, perhaps better known as music star Gunna, was gonna get out of jail soon seemed apparent early in the hearing as Fulton County Deputy District Attorney. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office says Gunna pled guilty to the single count he faced in a sprawling indictment focused on the alleged criminal street gang YSL against him and more than 24 others. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The guilty plea entered as what's called an Alford plea, where a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty. Yes, in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements to any party in the case and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug. His attorney, Brian Steele, has said,
Mr. Williams committed no crime.
Judge Ural Glanville.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Gunna addressing the elephant online of him being a snitch in his latest song, Bread and Butter, that he dropped last night. And I'm going to have the links in the description from the two clips in the beginning from WSB TV out of Atlanta. And I'll put those there to paint a little picture for the backstory and to raise awareness to what's really going on when you dive deeper into how everything is played out with this case. But you heard right there what caused this conversation, where anybody who was in this YSL gang charge, state RICO in Atlanta, would call Gunna a snitch if you heard that. When you say YSL is a gang, it must end. Once Jeffrey Williams' name is read and there's a yes ma'am after that, and I'm aware of crimes that YSL the gang has committed. And once you sign your name on that line and say yes ma'am to that, the streets is gonna call you a snitch. That's just how it go. And I want y'all to know here, this is my takeaway. Gunna is rich, Gunna's a multi-millionaire. This is a dumb decision to make this song and say what he said in this song. You can see right there, a big part of their case is being able to match your lyrics up from what they allegedly say are real things that went down. They didn't lie to you, they didn't hide it. They read your lyrics in court already. They've showed y'all Instagram DMs and group chats. They've showed that, hey, this music video, y'all heard it yourselves, and it got way deeper if y'all remember that live. So to come out and make this song, it's two sides of it. Gunna's a multi-millionaire, he's an entertainer, he's known. But the thing is, we have young upcoming rappers who want to do the same thing. They don't have the resources that Gunna got. They don't have the lawyers that Gunna got. Y'all niggas will fry y'allselves, and it'll look crazy because guess what? They already told you they reading your lyrics. Just how everybody else got to breaking these lyrics down last night, they was up doing the same thing. The only difference is they get paid by the hour to do it, a nice salary, some of them. So there you go with that. Take what you want to do with that. That's why I say this is not a wise decision by a nigga that is a grown man. It don't make no sense because it's already been done. Young Thug is already facing trial still. Everybody else in the RICO is facing trial still, and you still might get called back in. But he did address some things with the lyrics, even saying, hey, it could go there with niggas pretty much alluding to that in a coded form, if you want to call it that, where, hey, nigga, I think they could break this down themselves and make it look good to a jury if they wanted to. But then he said, peeping shit, I'm seeing niggas fall back. You bitch ass niggas got me as the topic of the chat. You switched on me when you know you in business with a rat. And the boy that's like your brother and nobody speak on that. The city see it clearly. If I had to state a fact, you still fuck with a nigga that done got your partner whacked. Never gave no statement or agreed to no stand on them. On whatever you niggas on, then trust me, I'ma stand on it. Lawyers and the DA did some sneaky shit. I fell for it on my P's and Q's because this time I'm prepared for it. Yeah, poster shine, these niggas throwing shade though. And he put up other things where niggas spoke on him on songs, and we seen Lil Gunna respond to that and how everything was going and what he had to say. And people are putting the rappers' names and the storylines in there. Y'all seen that on YouTube already, so you can look that up yourself. We ain't gonna get into that. But what I do want to talk about is how Gunna said that they did some sneaky stuff. No, they did not do no sneaky stuff. You read and repeated what they told you to read. You're a grown man. And plus, on top of that, that's their job is to get you to tell and snitch or agree to some stuff. They trying to solve the case. They've been tricking black people and doing sneaky stuff to black people for 500 years. That's the goal. So you have to know that going into this, that's the part of the streets. And a lot of my gangsters are going to get mad at what I'm finna say. Gunna is not officially a snitch on paperwork. I'm going to stand on that until after this trial is over. Now, in the streets, you admitting the gang in any way, form, or fashion in the courtroom, this is for gangsters. You can't do that. If you're going to yell gang, 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 you got to be ready to be part with the chain, chain, chain when it get real and everybody go down. If you're balling, popping it, repping, building a brand and a name off of it, and especially in this case, they going to call you that because Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, is the nigga that put you on and turned you up. They looking at it like, nigga, you went against him and it's on camera. We not trying to hear. Technical side, documented side. If they can't use what he said in that courtroom like they so-called claiming, then that means, hey, he didn't tell in court, but he didn't ride out the trial. In the streets, you supposed to ride out the trial. A lot of people ain't gonna understand it. They don't agree with it. And that's why I tell y'all, the street stuff needs to stay off the internet. Don't bring it here. Keep it in the streets. Because it becomes a debate online. In the streets, it ain't no debate of what this really is or ain't. If you did something to help the police get a nigga locked up, or you agreed to do something to help get a nigga locked up, or solve a case or a crime, or even you attempted to do it, niggas gonna call you that. Your boys might give you a pass if you pull it back or you change the statement back, but we know how the game go with things like that. Tell me what you think. We got more coming, more videos. 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.